Hey guys, Longster from the FTP Gamers. We are in a new Infinity world since the last update. We've flushed it and started again. So all the old videos that I've spent about 2 weeks making are just pointless now. Oops, gate open. Close that quick. And the newest addition that I like is these villages with walls around them. So what me and Carl came in here with was axes, pickaxes and everything, and destroyed the place. Just literally ripped out every house except for that one across there. I'm not 100% sure what it does yet. That's in research mode. But we built ourselves just a standard structure. This is a pagoda. And all the buildings will have this Japanese pagoda theme, if you will. It's just using cobblestone and wood. It's nothing fancy, but it looks phenomenal. Carl's done a great job there. You'll also see that we've got little areas marked around the side with the bracket boxes and signs of them for buildings that are coming soon. So I just thought I'd give you a quick rundown and show you what we've done. You've missed the boring stuff, so you've missed all the mining and the resource gathering and everything like that. That's all gone, you don't have to worry about that. We won't be going through all that video footage, hours and hours of mining and stuff. What we will be doing is showing you some cool new things that we've started with on this server. First thing first, we instantly started collecting the resources for capacitor banks. Multi-block structure, hold as much as you want. It is really cool storage system, and with the power monitor, it is phenomenal. I mean, this thing's amazing. We have 3 of them because we just focused on the resources we needed to make them and just constantly ground them. Directly below us, our feet and pretty much left and right is empty. It's been mined out completely. It is a shed ton of resources we use to make this stuff, but it's worth it. It looks badass, like 3 capacitor banks. Our power unit now, our power monitor tells us what's in our banks and what banks have what in them and how much is on machine buffers and stuff like that. It's really cool. It tells us that sort of thing. Also, this can be used to control the nuke behind it, which is pretty cool. That's actually going to get turned down to 80%. There you go, it's turned itself off because we've got more than 80% saved. So I can set this to anything because it's on the network. It's not just connected to this capacitor bank, it's connected to this one here and this one here. So when all 3 capacitor banks total is above 80%, it will turn the reactor off so we're not burning fuel, making power in the internal buffer when we don't need to. And also you've got the little ME smart cable for the ME system we'll talk about in a minute, but that's basically dropping any Yellorium that we get. So we've got a couple of bits of Yellorium in here and we've already got cyanide. Ender IO is my favourite mod at the moment because you're able to do stuff like this to your reactor. Now it looks complicated, it's really, really simple. Redstone conduit here is on brown, the other one at the other end's on brown. So when the signal comes out, it comes to here, to the brown connection, and turns the nuke on and off. This is a item conduit, and it basically pulls out the blue rubbish and pumps in the Yellorium when it's needed. And it all goes into the one block. That's the best part about this mod. It's not 16 cables over 14 blocks. It's one block, 8 cables in total. It's 8 different types. You can color them and do all this magical stuff that I've only just started fiddling with. And everything goes back to the controller, which is pretty awesome. Nuke's just a standard nuke. It's got 4-core nuke. Yep, 4-core nuke. Doesn't tell you anything because it's off, but we've got power in there that we can suck out. And that is Ender. My goodness, killing Enderman with just a sword is a nightmare. And I'm going to have to find a better way, maybe build a spawner or something. Maybe even play with the Ender IO power spawners. That could be an interesting idea. I'll put that on my notes for later. This is the only things we've got so far of the RF tools. It's basically Mistcraft, but a digital version of Mistcraft. But in here we have all the dimlets that we've researched. The filing cabinet for dimlets is crucial because it just stacks everything. It doesn't matter as long as it's coding numbers and all that line up with the start numbers of dimlets, then it'll go in here and it'll keep stacking. Amazing. Haven't done anything with it. It's just very basic, straightforward. 3 machines. The one to decode it, the one to make the world, and then the one to build the world. Don't know much about it. It's not one that I've played with too much. I did make a world on the previous series that is being scrapped, and it killed me instantly when I walked through the portal. So yeah, we might leave that to later on. But again, it's got Ender IO cable power in it all the way through the floors of Ender IO. This little bad boy saves me even fully charged. My jetpack should be fully charged. It is, it's just not. This is a charging pad, but it's also an MFE. So you can either charge your items by putting them in the MFE and charge them, or you can stand on it and it'll instant charge. Amazing little tool. Again, fucking diamond. Finding diamonds, nightmare. Grab what I need to tie that on. These are dense energy cells made for power storage for the big computer system. That's all I can make. That's us out of everything to make it. Like, we cannot make another one block. We've got these ones here, and then there's about 4 behind here with Inscriber and all the different inscription tools for the computer system. ME controllers, piss easy to make, they're not even hard anymore. ME crafting turbo, and this is what we've got left. Literally, this is it. See how little there is left. Like, there's a couple of extra things in there, and that's it. We're running really low at the moment on goods, so I'm going to have to drop another mine and get the mine in here. We have got Tesseracts for pumping stuff around the place and energy, which is cool, but we shouldn't need it with these new Ender IO cables. This big bad boy up here, is the dense cable, and you will need this if you are having more than 8 of these little bad boys. On our test world and on this world, it crashed out at 5, saying there's 8 channels but only 5 are active. So what you need to do is basically take the big fat cable, connect smart cables to make so you can see them all working and what's coming out where into that, because that's got 32 channels on it. This has only got 8 channels. But as you can see, 5 of these channels are already used for different machines. Standard machines, pulverizer, furnaces, smelters, that sort of cool stuff. These 2 I built. Not 100% sure what they do yet. I've used them for a couple of little jobs, test them out with, but I'm sure we'll find out. Again, Ender IO cable stacks up in a single block, and we've got water. We have water going through the entire building. It's amazing. We also have a hole in the roof. I wonder what that's from. And all the standard machines, fluid former, metal compressors, kind of recycle all that there. Painting machine, so that we can make the covers to hide all this, because you can put blocks straight over the top of this, hide it all. So we're going to need that. Spice and slice is there as well. You've also got stuff like the alloy smelter and the sag mill and the vat to make beer, and we're making beer out in the temporary shed. You'll also see there's this cable in up here. I don't know what it's for. Carl put it in, but it's just red jacketed cable. So I don't know what it's for, but I'm sure Carl has an idea for it. So that's pretty much the ground level done, and you'll see that each level has an access terminal, because we've got Ender IO ME cable on that bundle of cables, so we can pump off that and we can access it on any floor we want. I don't know how the floors are working at the moment, because we need to speak to Cal, because there's blues and greens and I don't know. There's one round here that goes to this place. It'd be so much easier if we just had it all on the one. I guess he found dyes off the trees from Twilight Forest we brought back, and that had dyes on it. But yeah, we're really struggling for gear at the moment. We've done a couple of looting and stealing of stuff. Jelly Creotium, that stuff's amazing, but as you can see, it's, we've made 1,000, and that was the maximum amount we can make. I was going to cool the nuclear reactor with it, but 1,000 is not going to do it. 1 bucket, pretty much. Coins, stuff as well. These things are absolutely a nightmare to make because you have to grow them. They don't despawn. You throw them in a pot of water and you let them grow. Now, there's growing vat that I only noticed after I'd made about 3 stacks of this stuff, because you need it for pretty much everything in applied logistics. A couple of safari nets. Not all the villagers died. We safari netted 2 villagers, which trade really good for emeralds, and they'll get put in a prison somewhere. We've got some shiny ingots. Tongue of dog, don't have a clue, found in a hut. A couple of compressed. Hopefully it's daylight outside now. We can't tell because we had to go to the only floor without a window. Piece of candy. No, can't go down that one. Daylight's coming up, so you can see. Well, let's just fall down the middle. We have a jetpack. Hover mode on. Right, so you can see the cool wall that was naturally already around the place because of the village that was here. You can see our brackets now where we've marked stuff out. We've got food here as well. These nights are my favourite part of DecoCraft. They look amazing. DecoCraft bench is, I think you might have seen it when we were spinning around, out. When we see the temporary shack, there's a temporary shack out there. Gonna ping in, come on. Out by the portals, there's another portal and a Twilight Forest portal. There you go. So there's the shack pinging in there. We also have a Twilight Forest. Twilight Forest? No, that's wrong. That is Mistcraft. Is it Mistcraft? I'm questioning myself today about everything. I got 2 things wrong on a live stream earlier on, and Filmcraft, that's the one I was looking for. Got 2 things wrong and they got absolutely baited and slagged off on the stream for it, so I'm trying to get everything out. But there you go, you can see the purple node there. There's 2 nodes in this tree actually. I wonder if we can get close enough to scan. It'll let me. What's that? Are you going to let me scan you? Need to study plants. As you can see, I've not started any of this stuff. Thermcraft. This is our Thermcraft lab, or our Thermcraft lab's going to be over here. A big giant something, I don't know. Carl's got drawings and schematics and stuff, making the place look good, but this is my Thermcraft lab, is it not? Magic, yeah. Thermcraft witchery is going to go in here, and again, we don't know what that is over there. There's our little tree we're getting apples off. Boom it. This thing, no clue. It's inside a villager's house. You know, sequencer, network tools, flashy lights. Not a clue. But I'm sure it'll be fun to explore and find out. So that was just a kind of episode 0. Showing you the start off of what we've done so far. As you can see, very, very little. But it looks good. Thanks for joining me in the next episode. Hopefully we'll get some building done and some actual work done. We will not be doing resource gathering. Don't worry, we've got a quarry. We can just sit that down and let it pump into the system. You won't be bored by me smashing on 13 blocks. So, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.